Hello, Minor. How are you today? Okay, I cannot hear you. There's something going on with the microphone there.
Can you hear me right now?
I can hear you now. Excellent. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Very good, very good. So you are in, remind me, Brazil
No,
or
no, I'm from Guatemala.
Guatemala? Okay, that's right. You are from Guatemala. I apologize. I did remember your name. I just could not. I forgot your country. So welcome. And then hello, Abimelech. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So it's Saturday morning in India,
Mm,
right?
Yes, and it's getting cold.
It's getting cold. How cold is it?
uh, Not much, but for us it's quite much. It's I think 13, 14 degrees.
Okay, that's quite cold for you guys, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, for us, me, that wouldn't even be cold. Maybe I'd wear a jacket, maybe. So, but, and mine are, what's the weather like in Guatemala right now?
It's cold.
Is it about 13 or 14 or -2, -11? What's,
I don't know how much Greece, but it's cold.
uh-huh.
Very.
You don't know the, so you don't know the temperature? Okay. I don't either, and I know that it sounds like in Idaho where I live right now it's raining. I can hear the rain, but I actually do not know what the temperature is. But um, it's not as cold as it was a couple weeks ago. Let me see. 7.8 degrees with light rain.
Oh, that's quite cold.
Yeah, it is, but it isn't as cold as it was a couple weeks ago. When I was out earlier today, it wasn't raining, but it felt like it was going to. So, all right, excellent. Well, let's go ahead and get started, and then the other people who've signed up for the class will come momentarily. Right. So the topic that we have for today is on artificial intelligence. So,
Okay.
so let's ask you guys a question. How advanced do you think technology will be in 2030? Give a few examples of how you think mobile phones, computers, the internet, etc., will be used in the future. So, Abimelech, what do you think?
I think by 2030 uh, we uh, we we won't see the shops because nowadays online shopping are getting popular.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe computers will be totally violation, and mobile phones can take the place of computers because um, nowadays uh, we use mobile phones more than computers. Every time we use internet surfing
Mm-hmm.
and calling, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we 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 do our basic typing works on the phone.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So like when do you do a lot of your internet and you do all when you are on the internet, are you usually using your mobile phone?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And Minor, what do you think? Do you agree with
Well,
him, or can you think of other things?
I think that the technology right now is amazing because a couple years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that. that we are doing right now
Mhm.
could be possible because my imagination is wasn't big, but I like that we are doing right now because we
Mhm.
can to interchange our voices and our pictures, and also we
Mhm.
can show our videos in that moment. For instance,
Mhm.
can see you I can see you what are you doing in your home, in your country, and for
Mhm.
me that's amazing. I think that in a few years more, maybe we could do amazing things in internet and with the technology.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I agree with you. It's amazing about what we've been able to do, especially this type of class. And what I think is awesome for you guys is that you can jump in to any class, regardless as to any time of day. You decide, oh, I want to take a Verbling class, and you can just jump in. And I know that some people actually will use their mobile phones. And then we have, of course, then there are people that are able to watch the class, and it's just amazing, amazing what could happen. Um, yeah, and I like the idea. I think you're right, Abimelech, that a lot of things, mobile phones will take the place of computers. I'm not sure that it will because mobile phones are so small. Do you think it could be possible that tablets could take the place of computers?
Yes,
Abimelech?
because it's easy to carry and
Uh-huh.
it's much bigger than mobile phones.
Hmm. Okay. So yeah, it is. And then Minor, do you think that online education will um, become more common?
I think so. For instance, I am a teacher,
Hmm.
and I feel great because the next year when I start to give my classes, I will
Hmm.
give some classes with Kanout because I think that is a tool, an important
Hmm.
tool,
Hmm.
and I will help to my students.
Hmm.
For instance, the next year I would like to enroll um, uh, in Berlin all the time,
Hmm.
to study all the time because I was studying in an academy, but I didn't have time to go for the traffic or because
Hmm.
I had other things to do. And
Hmm.
I like Berlin because I can be in there whatever time that I want.
Yeah, exactly. And what do you teach, Minor?
I am a Spanish teacher in high school.
Awesome. Okay. I have a cousin who is also a Spanish teacher. He teaches in middle school and high school, and he has taken his wife and daughters down to South America during the summers to study Spanish, so that he can actually teach it really well and stuff like that. So awesome. Do you teach here on Verbling?
No, no, no.
Have you?
I think I sent my CV
Uh-huh.
by anybody ask about it.
Uh-huh. Okay. So who knows? Maybe they have enough Spanish teachers right now. But
Yeah.
cool, cool. Yeah, I am. I was actually in one of the teachers that actually was part of the online education when it was brand new. And I have seen. I actually wrote a blog post in January of 2009 about all the different country companies, and I am going to actually go and write a new one this next January because so many of the companies that you guys can study off of have changed. And then I'm going to highlight Verbling because this 24-hour chance is so awesome. And there are, but I started teaching online in 2006, and it's just totally and completely amazing. So, all right, yeah. Minor, did you know that? And Abimelech, did you know that in the U.S. they have online virtual public schools?
I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, and
Yes.
so the kids actually are able to basically stay at home and take classes online, and then they have teachers who monitor their classes. But the parents have to also be really involved in the classes as well. And it's starting to become fairly popular in the States as part of homeschooling.
Okay. So, is it government certified?
Yeah. The online virtual public schools are certified by the government. Now there are some families that will do the homeschooling without the certification and stuff. They'll just go on their own. Some religious groups and stuff, but like there's in Idaho we have Connections Academy, we have Idaho Virtual Academy, and then another school called K-12 where my sister actually tried it with her daughter, and her daughter was 5, and she tried kindergarten with her, and her daughter was too young, and my sister was not patient enough. So they have opted to send her to regular traditional public school, but my sister is really hoping that one of her kids will want to do homeschool so that she can send them to one of these online virtual public schools. And but there's K-12. If you guys are interested, just type in K-12 or Connections Academy. Those are I think the most common ones in the States, but and then there are some private ones as well. But it's for kindergarten through 12th grade. So, and it's amazing. They give the kids a computer and everything. So, I don't think that that kind of online education will become mainstream, because people still need people. So anyway, next one, we have science and technology. Let's complete the sentences below with the following words, using a dictionary or your native speaking teacher to help you if necessary. So we have advanced, molecule, artificial intelligence, replicates, chip, retrieves, miniaturization, and speech recognition. So, Abimelech, could you try number 1?
If technology is advanced, it is highly developed.
Yes. If technology is advanced, it is highly developed. Would you consider the technology to be advanced right now, or do you think that it still has more room?
I think it still has more room because day by day people try to get higher level.
Okay. All right. Yeah. What do you think, Minor? Do you think that we still have more room to grow in developing our technology?
Sorry, Holly, but
Okay.
sometimes I didn't understand that you said.
No worries. Yeah, because I speak fast and so forth. No worries. And that's totally fine. What I'm asking is, do you think that right now, he said if technology is advanced, it is highly developed. My question for you, Minor, is do you think that it is advanced enough, or do you think there is more room for technology to grow? Will it become more advanced?
Right now, I think that it's advanced, but I know that in few years, technology will be more advanced than now.
Okay, so you think there's more that we will learn. Okay, excellent. Number 2, Minor, can you read this one?
Okay, if a machine or virus replicates, it makes an exact copy of itself.
Okay, so if a machine or virus replicates,
Replicates. Okay.
replicates, yeah, it makes an exact copy of itself. Okay, all right. Number 3, Abimelech.
Okay. The process of making things very small using modern technology is called, I think, miniaturization.
Yes. Does everybody understand what that is?
No, I'm not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay. Oops, sorry, that was from my last class. Um, bear with me a moment. I'm going to pull out a Google Images. Do you know what it is, Minor? Miniaturization?
No, 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 I don't have idea.
Okay, and it's miniaturization is when you make things very, very, very small. Well, this is hair. This is not. I think miniature. Let's try this. See, I did miniaturization hair, miniaturization technology. Let's go there. So it's when you make things very, very tiny.
What could be an example about it?
Um,
I think it's very common now because everything is getting shorter.
Smaller, yeah. Yeah, so this one right here, it says technology is getting smaller and smaller, which enables media consumers as well as prosumers with the portability to access current affairs and other media products that are usually consumed through traditional media platforms. So we are able to you know, we can make things very small. What is this? Is this a camera? Okay. But there's miniaturization is just making things very, very small. So,
Okay.
but there isn't any in this Google Images. It's not giving a very good example. When I think of miniaturization, I think of let's see if I can find something. No, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, no, there's no. I'm sorry. It doesn't really give any examples. But making things very, very small is what it is. And just by the way, miniaturization has two spelling. You have the British English, which is with an S, and the American English, which is with a Z. Okay. Number 4, Minor. Could you read that one?
Okay. A chip is a very small electrical component or circuit made of a semiconducting material such as silicon.
Okay. So this pronunciation here is circuit. Circuit. So this I right here is silent. So circuit. Okay. Thank you. Yep. Number 5, Abimelech.
Okay. Is the smallest unit of a chemical substance composed of 2 or more atoms. This is molecule.
Yes. Okay. And number 6, Minor.
The ability of a machine to perform actions that require human intelligence is called artificial intelligence.
Yes.
How you say require?
Require. Yeah.
Okay.
Require human intelligence. Yep. Okay, number 7, Abimelech.
The ability of a machine to identify spoken words and phrases is called speech recognition.
Yes. Okay. Okay, and then Minor, number 8.
I don't have idea.
Okay. So it's this last one here, right here. So the word is retrieves. So if it, yeah.
What do you mean that? Retrieves.
Retrieve means to go and get.
Okay.
So for example, the best example is do you have a dog, Minor?
No, I don't have a dog.
Okay, but you know about the game that people play with dogs where they throw a ball across the room and the dog goes and gets it?
Yeah.
Well, that's when he goes to get the ball and brings it back, he's retrieving it.
Oh,
and
okay.
So in this respect, if a computer retrieves information, that means they're getting information from somewhere. It finds the data in its memory, or so in its memory or on the internet, and makes it available.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
It's when, for instance, when you make a backup, it could be?
You make a what?
Backup.
Backup, yes. When you make a backup.
Okay.
Yeah. When you make a backup, the reason you make it is if something goes wrong, they can still retrieve that information. So, and and the reason I try to keep everything in the cloud now because I've lost so much, so much of my things. So, all right. Okay, so let's go on. What we're going to do is let's read the following statements and decide if they are true or false.
Sorry, there was some pronunciation.
Okay.
How do you pronounce miniaturization?
Miniaturization. You said it almost right. Miniature. So basically, in this respect, you say miniaturization. Miniaturization.
And speech recognition?
Speech recognition is exactly what you said.
Okay.
Yeah, speech recognition. Yep. Any other words or phrases?
No, thank you.
No. All right. Okay. So let's read the following statements and decide if they are true or false. Then read the article on the next page and compare your answers with the experts' predictions. So number 1, Abimelech, could you read that?
Computing power could reach the level of human intelligence before 2030.
Okay.
I think false.
False, okay. All right, and Minor, what do you think? Is that true or false?
I think that is true.
True, okay. And let's, Minor, could you read number 2?
There will be less technical.
Mm-hmm.
There will be less technical progress in the 21st, 21st
21st.
century than in the 20th century.
Okay.
Is false.
False. Okay. And what do you think, Abimelech?
I think it's true.
True. Okay. So you guys are opposite again. So okay. So next one, Abimelech, can you read that one?
In the near future, machines will be able to replicate among themselves. False.
False. Okay. And what do you think, Minor? True or false?
False.
False. Oh, you guys agree. Okay. Number 4, Minor.
Future ships will be based on biological molecules instead of silicon.
Okay, so that's a very good try. We say biological molecules.
Biological
Bio,
molecule.
so biological.
Biological.
Biological molecules.
Biological molecules.
Okay. Yeah, all right. And Abimelech, could you say that as well? Biological molecules.
Biological molecules.
Okay, good. All right. So what do you guys think? Is this true or false?
I think it's true.
True?
It's
Okay. And what do you
true.
think? True? Okay. Okay. And number 5, Abimelech, would you read that one?
Machines will only be able to store and retrieve information better than humans. They will never reach other levels of human intelligence. True.
True? Okay. What do you think, Minor?
It's true.
True? I am hoping that's true. So, okay, and Minor, next one.
People will soon to living together with intelligent machines.
And what do you think? True or false?
True.
True. And what do you think, Abimelech?
I think false.
False. Okay. False and true. Okay, so let's see who is right here. So you've got 3 of them that you guys agree on. So hopefully both of you are right there. So, so computers to match human brains. Computing has come a long way since the first time a computer beat world-class champion Garry Kasparov in 1996. Number 1, Abimelech, would you read number 1?
Okay. Computer power will match the intelligence of human beings within the next 20 years, according to a leading scientific futurologist.
Okay, excellent, thank you. And a Minor.
There will be 32 times more technical progress during the next half century than there was in the whole of the 20th century. As the result, artificial intelligence could be as advanced as human intelligence by the 2020, said the American computer guru Ray Kurzweil.
Okay, now this word right here is actually, and this is a common mistake I'm hearing a lot, is actually pronounced whole. So we actually do not say the WH together. We say whole there. And another thing, we have the year, for example, we have the year 2020 and we have the year 2002. One of the things that we do when it's in this decade right here, we actually say 2000, so 2002, 2008. But when it becomes in this decade, this kind of decade, like right now, we would say 2014 or 2020. Now, some people still say 2014, but eventually in the English language, it will be just like it was in the 1900s. We will we will be saying, we said 1914, we'll say 2014, 2020. And but when it's got the 2 zeros right here, we will say 2000. We won't say 2002 or 22. But 2020, 2014. So just that's for everybody, and not just for Minor, but for everybody who is listening. So, okay, number 3, I will read this. Machines will become smarter than humans and will soon be able to solve some of the most difficult problems of the 21st century, said Dr. Kurzweil, one of the most radical thinkers in the field of technological prediction. Okay, on these 3 paragraphs, do you guys see any words or phrases that you do not know?
Yes, radical thinkers.
Okay, if you're a radical thinker, you think different and you think bigger.
Okay.
So it's one of the things that we say in English, which hopefully won't confuse you. Radical thinkers think outside the box. They think differently than most people. Okay. All right. Any other words? Minor, do you see any words that you do not know or phrases?
No, I had
You're fine.
the same question, but
okay, excellent. Abimelech, could you read number 4?
Okay. Dr. Kurzweil was originally a pioneer in various fields of computing and automatic speech recognition by machine. In his speech to the American Association for the Advancement of Science, how do you say that? AAAS, he described a future where machines will be far more intelligent than humans as they learn how to communicate, teach, and replicate among themselves.
Okay, excellent. And Minor, number 5?
His prediction is based on the fact that the computer chip has doubled in power every 2 years for the past half century, which has led to accelerating progress in miniaturization.
Miniaturization. 3rd time's the charm, you got that. So, Dr. Kurzweil told the annual meeting of the AAAS in Boston, in the next half century, there will be 32 times more technical progress than the last half century. Computing, communication, biological technologies, and human knowledge in general are all accelerating fast. Okay, in these last 3 paragraphs, are there any words or phrases?
Yes, pioneer.
A pioneer is usually a person or group or a group of people who are around when something begins.
Okay.
And they make the industry or whatever the way it is. For example, I actually personally know a lot of the pioneers of the online education world for language. There's a few of them that I have met through the years. That's just one example. Okay. Next, any other words? Gabriel, I'm not Gabriel. Minor, are you fine? There any?
Just about the pioneer. It's
Okay.
also, for instance, the people that came the first people that came to America. They also are pioneers.
Well, actually, the first people that came to America, we actually called them pilgrims. Pilgrims, but the pioneers were the ones that the pioneers settled the West. So the Pilgrims were the ones that actually came with, after Christopher Columbus and all of that in the U.S. But the pioneers. So if you hear about the West and Oregon Trail and stuff like that, and that is about the pioneers. So yeah, that's a good question. But the reason it's like that is because it's actually a verb, to pioneer something. If you pioneer something, you are one of the first people to do something in a movement or in a technology or something like that. So it is a verb. So probably from this time period, that probably is where it came from. I don't know. Maybe it's come from another language as well. So, good questions. All right, Abimelech, could you read number 7?
Okay. Computers have so far been based on two-dimensional chips made from silicon, but three-dimensional chips with greatly improved performance are being developed. There are even plans to construct them out of biological molecules that can be miniaturized even more than metal-based computer chips.
All right, thank you. And remember, when something sounds like an S, you still need to move it on. So performances, okay? All right, Minor, could you read number 8?
The hardware for machines with human-level intelligence will be based on three-dimensional molecular computing. The software will be developed by studying and analyzing the human brain in detail. Already 24 regions of the human brain have been modeled and simulated.
Okay, simulated, all right. All right, is there any words here that you do not know?
Analyzing.
Where is it? Okay, analyzing. Okay, by studying and analyzing, it comes from the verb to analyze, or in American English, it's with a Z, so it's not going to let me. But so to analyze means to no. Okay, wait. To analyze means to when you research something, you then look very closely at the results. So analyze is to study carefully.
Okay.
Okay. So in here, the software will be developed by studying and analyzing the human brain in detail. So they'll be looking at the human brain and have scientists working on it and stuff like that. Do you guys know what simulated means?
Simulated means to match.
Okay. Yeah, or it's if you simulate something, it's, say for example, if you are playing there's a game that my nephew and I are playing together right now. It's GT Racing, where you're doing a car race on the tablet, and you're actually simulating driving. But you're not really driving, you're just simulating it. So it's copying. You're doing something but not really. Doing it similar but not the same.
Okay. So when your boss is near to you and you simulate you are working.
Yeah, pretending like you're working. Kind of, not really. Yeah, but I think the best example would be, for example, the astronauts who simulate being on the moon when they're not really on the moon,
Yeah.
or something like that. That's the best example. But do either one of you guys watch The Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, on The Big Bang Theory, when they were trying to get Sheldon to learn how to drive, they had him in a simulator first, and he was learning to drive with a toy, and then he got in the car. I guess I don't know if he ever really did learn to drive, but
Mhm.
so okay. Let's go on to the next number 9. I will read this paragraph. Although the brain is not as efficient as a computer at storing and retrieving information, it can associate different pieces of information, look ahead, and plan. It can also be imaginative and creative, which is at the heart of human existence. But Dr. Kurzweil is one of the several computer scientists who believe that computers will soon create a post-human world where a second intelligent being exists next to people. When non-biological intelligence matches the level of human intelligence, it will very quickly overtake it because of continuing technological progress, as well as the ability of machines to instantly share their knowledge. So, do you guys have any questions about any of these?
When they mention about the chips or the chip is for instance something that there is in the credit cards or in your cell phone.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. The metal-based computer chips. It's like the ones that are on the SIM cards.
Okay.
And but of course that's a miniaturization. But then you of course have bigger chips, and I'm not really completely sure of everything. So, because
Yeah.
you're
Sorry. The most important is the chip. For instance, here in Guatemala, if somebody want to store your cell phone, you have to say, but you have to give me the chip, please, and you have to take the cell phone.
hmm if they want to, oh, if they want to steal your cell phone.
Yeah.
Okay, and in the States, the chips are locked. So if somebody, like for example, if I try to take the SIM card out of my cell phone, I will the SIM card will not work. You know how in the rest of the world you guys have SIM cards that you can actually move from one phone to another.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, not in the States.
Oh, okay. And then it's fixed.
Yeah, it's locked. So if you want to like move from one company to another,
Mhm.
in the rest of the world, you just buy a SIM card and you can buy your phone anywhere, right? Where
Yes.
in
Yeah.
this here in the States, if you move from one company to another company, you actually have to change physical phones.
Oh,
Okay.
And which is, it's normal for Americans, but for like I got my start in cell phones when I was in Finland, and I think it's so strange that you just can't move your SIM card. So,
Okay. But
yeah.
some people send cell phones from US to Guatemala, for instance,
Uh-huh.
and you just have to make something that is called here. You have to flash out your cell phone, and you can change your SIM, and you have to use to other company.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a way you can get unlocked cell phones, and I'm not completely sure how to do it, but I know that it's possible. But most of the cell phones are locked, and so like if I go back abroad sometime, I will probably just buy a phone when I'm over there. So there's
Mm.
no reason for me to
yeah, but
use the
I
American.
think it's good for safety
Uh-huh.
because in our country we can, if we have only one phone, but we can buy many SIM cards.
Uh-huh.
and use any SIM card with their phone. I think it's vulnerable to safety concern, I think.
You guys are more vulnerable to theft because of it?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, possibly. I don't. Well, you can get your phone turned on. The thing that's here is if you get your cell phone stolen, it's more difficult to get it turned back on.
Oh,
Turned on. You know, if somebody steals your cell phone, I think you're right, Abimelech. Somebody steals your cell phone, you call the cell company, they turn off the phone, and if you try to transfer that phone to your account or whatever, there will be a flag that says this phone was stolen.
yeah.
So I think you're right that as far as cell phones goes, it's less likely to get stolen here in the States. I hadn't even thought of that. I've been complaining for 5 years because I can't. That's it. Oh, another one I wanted to say to you, this one right here. This is an Association for the Advancement of Science, AAAS. Most of the time in English, when there's three A's in a row, we will say triple A. We'll say triple AS.
Okay.
Most of the time. If there's two A's, we probably will not. In British English, they will say double, but we don't usually. But we will we will say triple in American English. So, all right. So let's look at some of the words in the chapter. What is a phrase? And it's, I guess, part of the subtitle that means made a lot of progress.
Advanced?
No, it's a phrase. Any idea what that would be? I'll just tell you, it's come a long way. So, to come a long way means you have made a lot of progress. So, for example, minor, sometimes do you have students that make a lot of progress
Yeah.
that surprises you? You can actually say in English that you can say, man, my students have come a long way. You know, instead of saying they've made a lot of progress. So that's one way. And then we, of course, can say that about into artificial intelligence and technology as well. Okay, what is a verb that ends in ing in paragraph 5 that means happening or developing faster or faster? So let's look together. Paragraph 5.
I think accelerating.
Accelerating, yes. So that means happening or developing faster and faster. Okay? And then a verb in paragraph 7 that means build something from different parts.
Mm-hmm.
To build. What is a verb that means to build in paragraph 7?
Construct?
To construct, yes. To construct. Okay, and what is a phrasal verb in paragraph 9 that means to think about the future?
Look ahead.
Yes, look ahead. Okay, and then a noun in paragraph 9 that means something that exists.
Existence, I think.
No, it's something that exists. And this is actually quite hard. It can also be imaginative and creative, which is at the heart of the human existence. We create a home. Okay, where a second intelligent being exists. So the answer is being,
Okay.
and that comes from a human being.
Being is a noun.
In this respect, yes. Yep. So it's usually a verb, to be, but in this meaning, it is actually a noun, which means something that exists like a human being. Go past something after reaching the same level as it. So a verb in paragraph 10. What would be to go past something?
Overtake.
Excuse me?
Overtake.
Overtake, yes. Overtake. All right. Where are we as far? As far as grammar, we're not grammar. As far as time, we're towards the end. So let's go ahead and do this talking point. Do you think computers will become as intelligent as humans by 2030? What will be the advantages and disadvantages of living with intelligent machines? So, Abimelech, what do you think? Will they be as intelligent as humans by 2030?
I don't think so, because the creator of a computer is human, and I think computers can never match the intelligence of humans, because human intelligence is natural, and computer intelligence is artificial, and I think they can't go advance on their own, and every behind everything there is human, and human controls everything. Human control everything. That's why I think that it's not true.
It's not possible. Okay. What do you think, Miner?
I think that one of the disadvantage about the intelligent machines, it could be more unemployed.
It could be
Do
more.
you know?
Excuse me.
I don't know how to say it, but when people don't have a job, unemployed.
Oh,
Unemployed.
okay. So if this were to happen, unemployment
Unemployment.
would increase.
I think that because robots and machines will do all the work, all the work, and humans won't have anything to do.
Yeah. Okay. Except they will be maintaining the robots and machines. So, but I think they would have a lot less to do. Would there be any advantages of having robots and machines doing all the work?
That you can rest.
Yeah, but you could rest too much too. That's when people become lazy. So, do you think maybe the work week would go down to 3 or 4 days a week?
Sorry, I don't get it.
Because you said unemployment would increase, but also would it be possible that our work week would decrease? I'll write it down on the board. Work week would decrease. For example, instead of working Monday to Friday, 8 hours a day, we work Tuesday to Thursday, 8 hours a day.
It will be better because you can rest, but I think that if you work less, you will earn less money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. But you have your machines to do the rest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all right. All right, well, I want to thank you both for your participation in class today, and I hope you guys learned some new words and pronunciations of words, and I hope to see you again in another class.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
teacher.
Thank you.
Bye.
You both have a great day. Bye.